You know Mishel Prada from Riverdale and from Vida. She's now starring in a holiday film, Let's Get Married, which is premiering Monday, December 13th on VH1. Michelle, so great to be chatting with you. Tell us a little bit about this film.
Well, it centers around, Zoe, my character, who has had a rough year to say the least, and really has had a group of girlfriends called they affectionately called the Coven, really be there for her in this amount of time. And she's hasn't been quite the easiest person to deal with. And she decides that in order to beat her ex-boyfriend at life, that she's going to find some poor unsuspecting schmuck to marry before her boyfriend can get, or ex-boyfriend can get married. And somehow, because it's Christmas, she ends up actually finding love or romance in that amount of time.
No, I mean, obviously, when you're in college or, your early 20s and you have your group of friends there, it's easy to just get along and just spend your time with them. But as you get older, then people are in relationships, people have different jobs, people move, and it's hard to kind of still have that same kind of group dynamic. Is there a group of friends that you have that you rely on either just for the holidays or that, that you have that is your coven?
Oh, yeah. I feel my life has changed a lot in the last even 5, 6, 10 years. So I definitely 100% count on the friends that I had before I was acting, before even acting was even something I thought could be possible, to not only keep me humble, but also just to be the support system. So I would venture to say that our female friendships teach us more about being a woman than even our romantic relationships can.
Like, what was it like on set as far as everyone getting into the holiday spirit to film this?
Oh, I mean, we were shooting a holiday movie in August, so that's always always its own set of funny. But I Zosha Roquemore and Taj Mari and the women that play the other women in the Coven, and Veronica Rodriguez, the director. We had such a good time. Honestly, Ottawa. We shot in Ottawa, and I had no idea that Ottawa was just such a fun place to be. The food was delicious. It was a gorgeous city. We had such a good time shooting it.
I have not made it up there yet, but I think you just sold me. I'm ready to get up there on a holiday vacation.
Everybody laughs at me when I say don't sleep on Ottawa, because I too was surprised. But the restaurants, the food, the wine, I can't wait to go back.
You can't wait to go back. What gets you in the holiday spirit? What is something that, as far as like your traditions or something that you look forward to every holiday season?
My favorite thing that I look forward to is Noche Buena, which is Christmas Eve. We make lechon asado, which is a roast pig with arroz con frijoles, rice and beans, and it's oh, nothing is better. I love a turkey, I love a mashed potato, but rice and beans, doesn't even compare.
You're speaking right to my heart right there. You're speaking right to my heart right there. Two projects I want to ask you about. Riverdale. There has been such a huge fan base for that show since the beginning of it. What was it like to join that cast and to have all like the fan love from being a part of that show?
I love being on that show. I mean, in addition to Roberto, the showrunner, being just so generous and having so much fun writing all those crazy storylines, and the cast is just so special. They're a really special group of actors. And then getting to kind of step into my femme fatale Lynchian dynasty vibe is just such a fun world to step into. And I was a huge fan of the Archie comics growing up. So I'm not going to lie that there isn't a little bit of dream come true that's happening in that show for me.
A little bit of dream come true. And then final thing I want to ask you about Vida. Your character Emma was, based in Chicago, and she ended up moving, from there. We're in Chicago here. Was there anybody that you based that off of, or did anyone reach out to you on social media as far as their experience, being a business person here in the Chicagoland area?
Yeah, well, Tanya Saracho, who is the showrunner and creator of Vida, she based Emma so much on her experience. She was in Chicago. She helped found Teatro Luna, which is a Latin-based theater company. And I mean, she's a force to be reckoned with. So I think a lot of Emma really came by way of Tanya and her Chicago connections.
That is amazing. Mishel, thank you so much for your time today. Definitely check out, Riverdale. Check her out there. Go back and watch the past seasons of Vida. And Monday, December 13th, Let's Get Married on VH1. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much for having me. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.